For him to leave to LIV Golf so that changes could be made on the PGA Tour, so that he could try and find a tour that was right for him, get called out by everyone, and then for him to probably be one of the biggest people in the negotiations between the PGA Tour and the Saudi Public Investment Fund, to merge all these tours into what is basically one big golf tour, cementing his legacy as one of the great one of the great people in the history of golf, must make Tiger absolutely miffed. And man, I just find it absolutely hilarious what the reactions are going to be like for when LIV players are coming back to the PGA Tour to play while still on LIV. I mean, they must be the happiest people in the world right now. Just imagine Phil Mickelson right now. He is going to show up on the PGA Tour next season for a few events, obviously, after he gets his card reinstated, because they're going to do that. That would be idiotic not to. And he's going to walk in. He's like, hey, remember how you guys disrespected me and tried to slander me and ruin my career for the last 2 seasons? Remember how Alan Shipnuck tried to make me lose all my sponsorships? Well, guess what? I'm back, baby. Oh my gosh, that's going to be epic. Brooks Koepka coming back after winning the PGA and leaving for LIV Golf. That's going to be huge. And man, I can just only imagine how mad Rory McIlroy is right now. I mean, obviously, he had an interview during the RBC Canadian Open today. And he's like, I feel like I was a sacrificial lamb here. Like, I stuck my neck out for the tour for an entire year, calling out LIV Golf. I still hate LIV Golf. And then they just turn around and merge with them. Yet, for some reason, he didn't call out PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan, which I found surprising. Like, that man has just told you to not take the money. He's cost you $300 million. He's cost you, a lot of fresh hairs. They're now gray because you had to spend so much time worrying about Patrick Reed and the marketing of the PGA Tour and sticking up for it. And now you show up here and they just merge anyways. I would be absolutely livid at Jay Monahan if I were him. And I can just only imagine how mad Tiger Woods is right now. I mean, Tiger, we all know he despises Phil Mickelson. I don't think that's really a secret. Maybe they respect each other, and they were kind of friendly a few years ago, but after the LIV thing, I don't think he likes Phil at all. And to see, and I imagine for him, to see Phil Mickelson be the one who stuck his neck out and said, hey, the PGA Tour is full of greedy people. They have insatiable greed. They have plenty of stockpiled money that they could pay us. For him to leave to LIV Golf so that changes could be made on the PGA Tour, so that he could try and find a tour that was right for him, get called out by everyone, and then for him to probably be one of the biggest people in the negotiations between the PGA Tour and the Saudi Public Investment Fund, to merge all these tours into what is basically one big golf tour, cementing his legacy as one of the great one of the great people in the history of golf, must make Tiger absolutely miffed. Just miffed. Because I've been watching this YouTube channel called The Thinking Man Show. And they like to talk about LIV Golf and PGA Tour and all the deeper topics at hand, and especially Tiger Woods' Tomorrow Golf Sports, which is him and Rory McIlroy, and how they think that he was using that as a plan to eventually become commissioner of the PGA Tour. It's really interesting. I'll link the channel in the description. And so if that was his plan, to use his golf league that he's starting, his simulator golf league, to somehow work up the ranks, become head of the PGA Tour so he can become as influential as Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer when they founded the PGA Tour back in 1968. Only to see Phil Mickelson do it, I'm sure he's going to be absolutely livid. Just livid. And man, Phil, he is probably the happiest man in the world right now. He's like, you made fun of me for 2 years, and now I'm on top of the world, baby. Greg Norman's like, yep, that's right. My tour was so successful, the PGA Tour had to sue for peace with the Saudis. I'm finally getting the world tour I always wanted. More player pay, all that. Just, yeah.